We came out of the UFO warehouse. Didn't take a few steps. Sudden upheaval in the environment. Moment. Appeared on a street in their planet city. I took a closer look. Beyond my expectations. Their planet is not at all what I had imagined. At a glance, there are very tall buildings everywhere. Some houses have no head in sight. And I thought to myself, it shouldn't be so long. It should be separated in the middle. This makes it easier for pedestrians and vehicles to pass. Why build it this way? Everything on the street is very neat and simple. The road surface is cyan. Very clean. Flawless. I don't know what material it is made of. Like a plastic. The road is lined with many strange plants. Planted row by row. Also neat. I don't see any kind of car. I didn't see any transportation either. No wires in sight. There were no planes in the air. And of course, they're flying saucers. The saucer may be too fast. So I can't see it. I can't see any kind of shops or hotels or anything. Those tall houses. A lot of them are like flying saucer warehouses. Is a virtual wall. Some of them obviously look like real buildings. But these real buildings are not as tall as the virtual buildings. There are doors and windows on the walls of the virtual house. Different colors. The location also happens to match the location of the doors and windows. I estimate these different colored areas on the wall. The doors and windows of the virtual house. Some houses have no doors or windows at all. Some houses are suspended in the air alone. There's no support down there. Some of the houses in the sky are inverted triangles. Some are very tall. Seems to be in space. Some houses have huge floating alone in the sky. Maybe it's their writing. Similar to English. There is no connection to the house. I thought this time it really set foot on an alien planet. Here. It can't be anywhere on Earth. From the movie. No matter which country it is not like this. What little illusion I had left was completely shattered. But I was so nervous. Instead, it released a lot. When it comes, it will be safe. This time, that standard male voice that always comes to mind suddenly changed to a very sweet one. Charming little girl. Sound. Welcome to Earth's former brother to visit the Nemesis system. Global Public Information Network Intelligence System. Intimate service for you. According to the current understanding. This voice. Equivalent to artificial intelligence customer service of our mobile network. The Global Public Information Network. That's the equivalent of the internet. Suddenly, a three-dimensional virtual stereoscopic image appeared in front of me. A very pretty girl with a slightly evil face. He continued with an extremely charming voice. I am Goblin. Global Public Information Network Personal Privacy Server. But when? I will try my best to help the money from Earth. Provide information services. No matter what kind of environment Brother Keon is in. You will receive warm, intimate, and private service. I'm your lovely and sweet assistant. The passing planet that Brother Keon will visit. It's a highly virtualized planet. It's also a promiscuous planet. A sex game planet in the universe. Why did he say that? Passenger planet is a lewd planet. Did you introduce your home like this? Why talk about fornication? Did I hear it right? However, after returning from this planet, and I understood that very well. Most people on a passing planet don't work. Everyday life is play. They like to play sex games. A technologically advanced planet like Passenger Planet. There are many planets in the universe. People on the internet also play in their daily lives. But more fun game. It's not like Passenger Planet. The girl was talking. One side is getting smaller. Start to approach me. The clothes on my body are also melting. And finally, this 3D image seems to be burrowing into my chest. It disappeared. Strange thing is, I felt something in my body, and it seems to smell the fragrance of the girl's body. But isn't this just a virtual image? Since I'm naked, I feel like I'm subconsciously looking at my waist. The virtual image of the white mist is still there. I feel more at ease. I subconsciously felt my hand in my ear a few more times. I want to see if I have a translator in my ear. It turned out to be nothing. I want to look in the mirror. But to think they might not have a mirror, or they have trouble finding mirrors. That's what got rid of it. I noticed that the sun is particularly bright on this planet, but a little bleak. It doesn't feel warm when it hits the body. All kinds of scenery are particularly bright, and visibility is excellent. It feels so distant. It all looks extremely clear. The color of plants is also mostly green. There are also quite a few colors between green and yellow, but significantly more colorful than the plants on our planet. More vivid. No withered leaves. And then I found out. Their planet. Also orbiting a luminous star. The stars on their planet. Significantly less energy than we have on Earth. Plant long-term evolution. Bright colors. It may be to increase the photosynthetic efficiency of plants. It could be. They have very little dust or particulate matter in the air. Their floors are very clean. Not a single leaf or debris. They completely covered the ground. Plant roots. It's all wrapped around the ground junction with special materials. They live in densely populated areas. The ground is covered with something like plastic. This material is different from the cement that we have on Earth. Very wear resistant. Have a certain elasticity. Friction with other things produces very little dust. There are no deserts or anything like that in the wild. Vegetation is good. The levees of the river are covered with man-made structures. They not only don't let dust into the air, and they also have a system for absorbing dust. Working non-stop. They stipulate that no more than how many particles of dust are allowed in a unit space. The leaves of the tree have not yet fallen to the ground. Was teleported away. As soon as the leaves of the plant turn yellow, they are cleared away. There is no garbage on the ground. Their industry uses factory scanning for cold processing. No chimney. Most industries set on another industrial planet. And there billions of people. Shared transportation. It's called the Global Movement Network. Just send your exercise request. It can appear anywhere in the world in a second. So they don't have cars. A means of transportation such as a train. Friction on the ground generates dust. They're just too green. Okay, too much. But for us Earthlings, if you have lived on their planet for a long time, immune function will be severely degraded. It's just that their people don't care. Their medical care is extremely advanced. It's easy to deal with these problems. There aren't many people on their street, walking slowly in 2s and 3s. Some people don't bring anything. They're cruising through the air. It's about 1 meter above the ground. And I found these guys were clearly male and female. They are all about 1 meter tall. About the same age. All of them are very beautiful and young. Like our elementary school and kindergarten children can't see. An old man and a baby. See their crowd. My first impression. It's like watching our kindergarten come out of school. These people are very delicate. The skin is very delicate. Soft pink and white without blemish. And it appears to be a slow reflex. Not the specular reflection kind. And then I realized something. They're people. You can use the Global Movement Network and the Global Information Network. Retouch your appearance remotely. Just like our current Douyin Kaimei. I see that their appearance is not entirely genuine. These women's clothes. It seems to be integrated with the body. The dress style is very simple. Usually bare arms. A tight undershirt. Very close to the body. It's like being naked. Just draw a dress. The lower body is attached to a small skirt-like thing. Many people have a lot of soft pipes outside their skirts. It's sagging. The tube feels very light, fluttering as I walk. Many of their skirts are thin threads like metal. They were all very revealing. They are all summer clothes. Some people's clothing patterns. Just like our TV picture. It's constantly changing. The clothes they're wearing don't look real, especially from behind. A weird feeling. I found out later. Their clothes are also virtual images. Not real clothes. Clothes on this planet are almost entirely virtual. Almost all of these people walk barefoot. Women's hair is usually unfurled, bunch by bundle spiral. Men's hair is usually held tightly on their heads. Hair color varies, usually very showy. And I noticed something else. These guys are walking around empty-handed. Is a woman. I won't carry any bags or anything like that. Why is it? I didn't understand it at the time. And I noticed something else. It's about men and women. When walking, shoulders or head, there's a three-dimensional image floating around. Image content is all kinds of strange. Some look like small animals. Some are like words. Some look like complex machines. Some can't be seen. I don't know what type it is. Some patterns are constantly changing. I'm curious in my heart. These people are floating above their heads. What are these? This is factory scanned. Remote virtual imaging technology. It's a signature and a label. The meaning of self-display and branding. It also means to show one's personality. The Public Information Network customer service Kerwin explained to me. But I still don't quite understand. Ask Willie again. What are they doing with this? Willie said this could be a human pet, representing a person's mood. It can change. I have this pattern on my head today. Another pattern may float tomorrow. But I still don't quite understand. At this moment, Subtle asked, "What do you think of the air in our goblin planet?" My attention immediately shifted to the air. Take a deep breath. Really feel refreshed. Your air contains more oxygen than ours. Is it? Yes. Subtle says. The key factor is the negative ions in the air. And some other gases. The air on your planet is a bit bad. We've tried higher oxygen levels before. Discover living things, and the human body. There have been situations that cannot be adapted to. After trial and error, make sure this oxygen content is the best. Lorton turned to me and said, "We're going back to our quarters. I will take you on a detailed tour of our planet later." Okay. Well, how far is your place from us? According to the distance on your Earth, the unit is about 10,000. What transportation shall we take to get there? Or in a flying saucer? No one answered me. Norton, hands up. With a flick, the web of information immediately appeared in my ears. Overcome the soft and mellow sound. Request appendage teleport past. Type alien. I feel lighter. And then quickly reverted to the status quo ante. Suddenly my ears heard that it was home. More than 10,000 kilometers. Why so fast? It's so easy to get to their place. What means of transportation did you use? More advanced than flying saucers. I don't see anything. I just saw Norton wave his hand. I was filled with questions.